So how's the weather over there?
It's wonderful. It's a beautiful day today. I normally kid that a great day for us is 48 degrees and overcast clouds.
Hmm.
But today is just beautiful, sunny, and about, I think, maybe 75, something like that. It's great.
Wow. We're over here in the hundreds.
Where are you?
In Israel. So we had 100 degrees yesterday, and the day before, and the day before that.
Yeah. I used to live in Fresno, which is very similar climate. It doesn't rain in Fresno from April through September, or maybe October. And so there's just long spells of heat. And I think they're in the midst of a series of days over 110 degrees.
Oh.
Not what you'd like.
Yeah. I mean, you can go hiking in the evening or maybe at night in order to keep yourself from getting dehydrated while hiking.
Or you could just not hike.
Yeah, that's also an option,
Yeah, that's my choice. How's my sound? Do I sound okay?
Yeah, your sound is great.
Okay.
Out of all the guests I had, you have really high quality equipment. You have your webcam. I remember the
I have the Amazon Basics microphone.
Yeah, doesn't sound so basic to me.
It only looks expensive.
It's a plush toy.
Seconds. Well,
Yeah.
We're going to start late.
Well, we're going to start at, the live stream actually started, but people are gathering around the live stream, just like a bonfire. And they're already talking in the chat. We have even a big kahuna, which is William Shockley. And he joined us in the chat.
William Shockley joined us?
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Wow.
So we'll be able to talk to him in a moment.
Well, I won't be able to lie.
Yeah.
He'll call me out on all my lies.
Okay, let's start. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Text Play, the show where I play games with the people behind them. And today we have a very special episode as Al Lowe will be joining me for a session of Leisure Suit Larry 7, Love for Sale. And I'll bring Al in a moment, but first I want to talk about some of the upcoming Text Play live streams, which will be in the next couple of weeks. We have next week, I have my text play session with Noah Falstein, in which I'll play Indiana Jones and The Fate of Atlantis. Afterwards, I have a live stream with David Fox, in which I'll play Zach McCracken along with his co-designer of the game, Matthew Allen Kane. On July 29th, I'll play Full Throttle with Chris Brown. And I even scheduled a live stream with Hal Barwood, in which we'll play Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. So be sure to add notifications for all of these live streams on this channel so that you won't miss any of them. So in total, we have 5 of them. Hopefully, I'll be able to schedule more as we get into August soon. So I hope everyone's doing fine. I hope you have your snacks. And let's start by thanking our Patreon members. Thank you guys for keeping us afloat. And also thank our coffee donors for the last 30 days. Top 7, Jwex, Top Fuel, CJ, CompuArt, Ozzy Astaroth, Joseph Austin, and Whitey Wanderer. Today our goal is Leisure Suit Friday, and it's a goal of $69. Get it? Great. Okay. So, without further ado, let us all welcome the legendary Lowe. Hi, Al.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm still on the right side of the grass.
Well, you know, when we scheduled this live stream back in June, I wasn't sure if you remembered it.
If I would
And
live that long.
no, I was sure that you
Oh,
lived that long, but if you remembered it, but you did, and you showed up. That's great. So today we're gonna play Leisure Suit Larry 7, and so when was the last time you played this magnificent game?
shortly after Windows XP came out. So what
There's
year was that?
2001.
Somebody wrote me and said, I've got Larry 7 and I can't get it to work on Windows XP. So I was running XP and I booted up the game and I tried it and it worked great. And I actually ended up playing for about an hour and laughing at my own jokes, which I had forgotten in the 10, 15 years or whatever it had been since the game came out. And it was like I went through and said, hey, this is pretty funny. But yeah, I couldn't remember the solutions to any of the puzzles. So I'm not going to be the best guide to your most efficient path through the game today. So don't expect that of me.
Well, you're not here to serve as a walkthrough. You're here to serve as the director's commentary.
It's a good thing.
And so what you're saying is that when XP came out, it wasn't the last time that you played the game all the way through, because you played only an hour or so. So when was the last time you played the game all the way through?
I may have played it all the way through before we shipped it. And I say may have because when you're debugging a game, when you're in the last throes of shipping, you tend to focus on the bugs that you know about and aim to fix those. And so you rarely get a chance to go from beginning to end to play the whole game. So I don't know that maybe I never have, come to think of it. I probably never have played the game all the way from beginning to end. And we're not going to do that today, are we?
We're not. Well, maybe if we
Yeah.
can finish the game in 2 hours, but we're not. But hopefully, one day you'll be able to, finish the game and actually consider yourself as someone who completed all of the Leisure Suit Larry games, all of the Leisure Suit Larry games that you played. Did you play the other ones all the way through?
No, of course not.
Oh,
Well,
man.
what pleasure is there in playing something where you know all the answers and all you can do is see the mistakes or see the things that you wish that you had time to change? When I play the game, I look at something, I go, oh man, we should have fixed that. Look at that thing. Yeah, I can't no, I can't enjoy my own. I play other people's, or I used to play other people's games. I don't play games much anymore, but yeah. So no, I don't know that I've ever made it all the way through.
Wow. Because, as a developer, as a game developer, game designer, you can play the golden path of the game. I mean, you won't look for the mistakes. You'll know the right thing to do at any given moment and play the game all the way through, just so that you'll make sure that the golden path is ready for shipment. But other than that, you'll never look for bugs or mistakes, because
That's backwards. That was exactly the opposite of what I did.
Steve Conrad.
Well, when we were working on the games, we had a cheat that if we ran the game with a parameter of a number that was a scene that we wanted to work on, all of our scenes, we called them rooms, and I don't know why, because mostly they were outside or something. But anyway, every room had a number. And you would be working on, room 123, and then you would run the game with 123 after it, and instead of going through the whole game up to that point, it would leap immediately into 123, and you'd work on that and test that and play through all the possibilities there. So we had the ability to cheat and not play the game all the way through. So that's what we did.
Gotcha. Okay. At least you know all of the locations for Where's Dildo. Will you be able to help with that?
uh well, at one time I knew some of the locations.
Okay. Okay, so we'll get to the game in a moment. Nelson Miguel, who's one of our longtime viewers, wanted me to share one of his childhood memories with you. So here goes. He says, "My favorite saga is Space Quest, but Leisure Suit Larry is the one that brings the most memories to me. I was a kid when I played Leisure Suit Larry 1, although I wasn't supposed to. Heroes Quest, Space Quest, and Larry shaped my taste in adventure games and in games in general. I vividly remember playing Leisure Suit Larry 6. It brings back memories of my dimly lit room, my parents watching TV, me listening to that awesome soundtrack, and dreaming of dating any girl that resembled those in the game. For me, Leisure Suit Larry 7 is the best adventure game of all time, but my favorite of the saga is Leisure Suit Larry 6. Those hotel corridors, the puzzles, the beach, the graphics, it all came together. The humor, my god, the humor. I remember sending an email to Al way back then, and he actually answered, which at the time was something famous people just wouldn't do. I know I wrote him a heartfelt email, and he replied that it moved him very much, that he got emotional about it and thanked me for it. I did ask for an autograph, if that was possible, and asked how much that would cost. And he said if I sent him something from Portugal, he would sign whatever I wanted and send it back to me. I will never ever forget that. I ended up not sending anything because I was a kid and didn't have money to buy anything and pay for the shipping costs, which would be too much for a big box, even an empty one. So I ended up with no autograph, but got a memory I'll cherish forever. Al is a class act. His humor shaped who I am and the person I became, that learned not to take myself seriously, which is something this generation lacks a lot. I thank him for not getting offended by anything and everything. Funny enough, Leisure Suit Larry 6 is the only big box I don't own, but prices have gone up so much that I'll probably never own it anytime soon. Being a broke-ass musician. I learned jazz guitar in a jazz school, although I'm a rock and metal guy first and foremost. Al's music in the Larry soundtracks is musical perfection, and I wish he knew that, especially in Leisure Suit Larry 6 and 7. So that's Nelson's childhood memory.
That's very nice. I can't tell you how appreciative I am of the hundreds of thousands of emails that I've gotten. When I put up a website after I left Sierra, I wasn't sure why or what I should do with it. And at one point, I was reading a book that said, well, yeah, you could do this or you could do that, but you could but don't put your email address up there because you'll get spammed forever. And I thought, I don't know, I'll put up a fake email address and see how many spams I get through that. And while I did get some spam, it was far more important to receive the emails that I've received. I know this sounds naive to say, but when we were making the games, we didn't have time to think about, or at least I didn't think about and consider all the people who were playing them. I got a spreadsheet every month that said, you sold this many copies of this game on this machine, and this many copies on that machine, this many copies for Windows, this many copies for DOS, and all these. So it was all these rows down a spreadsheet. But it never, somehow it never came through to me that each one of those sales meant that somebody was spending tens of hours, dozens of hours, uh, enjoying the work that we did. And so it wasn't until I put up that website and put my email address in there that I started getting emails from people and having a correspondence with actual players. In the old days when those games came out, in order to send someone a comment about the game, you had to find a piece of paper and an envelope and a stamp and a pen, and you had to figure out the address and where to mail it, and there was no internet and stuff. You couldn't just make a comment like you do today. It took a lot of work, and thus we didn't get a lot of feedback from actual players. So it was a joy for me to start receiving emails, and I still receive emails to this day. Every day, somebody writes something sweet like that.
Another thing I wanted to share with you before we start the game is an animation by Peter Lowe, who's a 2D animator based in London, and he worked on several movies as well. So you've got a full-fledged animator doing animations of Leisure Suit Larry. Let me just share the screen right here. Okay, so do you see my screen? This is his Instagram. So this is an animation he created of Larry. You see it?
I just barely. It's a tiny postage stamp.
Okay, so let me just share it with you directly. You share. There it is. You see it now?
It's a tiny little postage. There it is. Well, I would have some critiques for him if he were working for me. But it's a fun animation.
Well, wait, what critiques would you have? Because this is very reminiscent of, Larry's look in Leisure Suit Larry 1, the VGA version. So what critiques would you have?
Let's not go into that now. Let's play the game.
Okay. No problem. Okay. So do you see the game now?
Yes.
Awesome. Let me turn down the volume a bit.
Oh, baby. Oh, yes. There. Oh, no, there. Oh, baby. You are the greatest. This has got to be the best night of my life.
I need more, Larry. More. And something new. Here. Slip
This was
into
fun
these.
dialogue to record.
God, Shamra.
And to write.
We haven't done?
There's
It
lots I
wrote
haven't
itself.
done,
That
Leffer.
wasn't the problem.
That's why I'm leaving you.
Leaving? Now?
A night with you gives a woman plenty of time to think. All that New Age philosophy crap just isn't me. What I really love is money.
You can't leave me here like this.
You're right. So long, sucker.
Hey, I don't smoke. Oh, baby, you are the lowest. This has got to be the worst night of my life. Well, at least things can't get any worse. I should never say that.
I like that his cigarette landed on his polyester pants.
Yeah, which are highly flammable.
Attention, attention, you in the penthouse.
And that's also, that voice is Jan Rapson, who did Larry, the fire department guy.
Me? Yes, you, the person who spent the night with Shamra. Leave now. We think there may be a fire somewhere.
So, do you know what the first thing you should do?
Ow!
First of all, you need to go to the About page and find the first dildo.
Yeah, baby.
You can see the entire team. Ali Freggio. I interviewed him a while ago. I'll premiere my conversation with him soon. Where's Steve? Steve Conrad, the lead programmer, he found a couple of CDs a few weeks ago. A CD of the final version before it went into production, and the first demo, and various beta versions of the game. So it will be interesting to see those. And of course, the legendary Aloe.
Move the cursor around the screen until it's over an object. You can tell because the cursor, well, it changes in shape. Click the left mouse button and a menu will appear.
Okay. So the first thing we need to do
Ow!
is get the grips.
It's a good thing Shammer used those vice grips last night.
We turn up the speech.
I can just reach them from here.
Okay.
Ow!
And the second
I
thing.
think this is Al Euphrasios animation, isn't it?
There's nothing more on.
My comb-over could use a little thickening. Ow!
Yeah, the whole purpose of this scene was to teach people how to
Ow.
use the interface. We wanted to make sure that they could handle all the aspects of the UI before they actually got into puzzle solving and stuff. So if you
Adventure
don't
games
do anything
require a lot
here-
of looking. Be sure you click on everything that causes your cursor to, well, highlight. Then, from the resulting menu, select Look.
And the interesting thing is that it was a subtle tutorial. Nowadays, you have a tutorial that's called a tutorial level, in which you need to
Thank you.
learn everything. But this was a more subtle way of teaching people how to play the game.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You know, this is just like Minesweeper was added to Windows as a way to teach people to use both mouse buttons, because you can use the left mouse button to actually cancel a cell or highlight a cell, and the right mouse button to place a flag on that cell.
Ow!
There's nothing more on that.
Okay, so now we have the
Oh,
inventory.
Neil Ross. I heard the voice of Neil
Adventure
Ross.
games require a lot of looking. Be sure you click on everything that causes your cursor to, well, highlight. Then, from the resulting menu, select Look.
Yeah, it's going to keep telling you to look at things until you actually look at something, and then it'll move on to
the
the next part.
Costalata complimentary Lil Hair Weave kit and find a needle inside.
So when did you figure out that this game needs a text parser as well?
Adventure games require a lot of looking. Be sure you
When
click
we
on everything
were
that
ahead of
causes your
schedule,
cursor to, well,
and
highlight.
the
Then,
programmers
from
were
the
kind of
resulting
bored.
menu, select
We had
Look.
always talked about putting a text parser back in, and so we just started adding things to it. The game was in surprisingly good shape. We had a great team working on this project, and everybody was
Be sure you click on everything that
everybody was
causes your
into
cursor
the
to, well, highlight.
engine.
Then,
They
from the
knew
resulting
every
menu,
part of it
select Look.
and knew how to do things efficiently, and so the whole game went very quickly and smooth, and we had very few bugs and stuff. So that's another reason the dildos were added. That was an idea that one of the artists, I think Bill O'Brien, came up with that at a meeting one day.
Maybe.
And everybody started laughing at it, and we said, well, hell, let's put that in the game. And so the programmers, when they didn't have any bugs to fix, would find a location and put a dildo in.
Yum. Are you crazy? This is the 40th floor! Don't you worry. We've got the net here.
Don't you worry. Wow.
Yeah, it's that was Jan Rapson.
Hotel furniture just ain't what it used to be.
You can't lift that, Larry. It must weigh all of 20 pounds.
So now the great way of actually teaching the player. Wait a second, we got a donation.
Oh, well, how do I get the
YT
money?
Wanderer tipped $20. I love Leisure Suit Friday. And the Leisure Suit Larry 7 UI is still the most well thought out in my book to date.
Yeah, the Leisure Suit Larry 7 UI is indeed the most well thought out UI there is.
So how do I get the money?
I'll PayPal you afterwards.
yeah.
So the great thing about this tutorial is that it ends with the fact that you actually have to use the text parser and type break.
Hey, what's this? Ow! I hate paper cuts. Ow! I hate paper cuts. Yump! Yump! Okay, I'm coming. I wish I had for myself $1 every time I've heard that.
Leisure Suit Larry! You just leapt from the 40th floor of a burning building! What are you gonna do next?
I'm going to take a cruise.
Now let this music play for a minute, would you please?
I will. Wait, I'll turn it down for a bit, and so that people won't go deaf.
You know, you can do that in the game too, right?
I know I can do that in the game, but I really hope this would work better.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's because you're using that horrible scum interface instead of
Scum VM.
Yeah, this was the first game where we were able to store actual music on the CD-ROM. We went to Hollywood. We hired Chick Corea, a famous piano player, owned a studio there. We hired his studio and a jazz quartet that our producer knew, and recorded the music for the game all in one day. We only had the studio for a day, and I was a little wary because it was like, I don't know, man, can we get all this stuff done? And I was talking to the engineer, expressing my concerns, and he said, "Oh yeah, you'll be fine." He said, "These guys are professionals. They know how. They'll get it done." And I said, "Well, how is that different from most groups you had?" And he said, "Well, most people that come in here can't
My
play.
name is Larry.
They fool around
Larry Laffer.
and mess
Welcome
things
aboard
up
the
for
PMS
over and over
Bouncy,
again,
Laffer.
and it takes them forever to record something. These guys are pros; they'll get it done." And they did. They got it done in one day. It was an amazing day. Fun.
Yeah. Wait, one full day, like 8 hours, or one full day, like 24 hours?
I think we actually quit early. I think we started about 9. We finished about 3.
Wow.
And we had lunch.
Man, that was my next question. Well done. Well done.
I'm Captain Thigh.
Before this cruise is over, she'll be falling all over me.
Here's your key
That's
card,
called
Mr. Lapper.
foreshadowing.
There's been a
Indeed.
slight problem with your room.
I kind of expected that.
Oh, not to worry. I took the liberty of substituting our largest cabin. You'll have plenty of room.
Wow, that's super. Thanks. Now, where would my room be?
Oh, just check the map. You're in room 0.
So why did you decide to start Leisure Suit Larry 7 at the exact ending of after the exact ending of Leisure Suit Larry 6?
Week humping the captain.
Oh,
Please report immediately to the ship's lounge.
It just felt right. It seemed, I don't know. It seemed like I was trying to continue the story on. But how many people commented on the two women's legs here? Is that obvious, or is it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
I never noticed.
Yeah, those are supposed to be nylon stockings, and well, the fountain is.
Wow.
You can tell.
Wow.
Yeah.
This just turned into an X-rated live stream.
Yeah, the artists we had were skilled at subliminal messaging. So, yeah.
This is just like I recently found out that there's the shark fin in the water turns into a 7 on the cover art. Do you know that one?
No, is that true?
Yeah. Wait, I had to share it with you.
I'll see if I can find it.
I don't think it's in the US version of the game.
Oh, okay.
No, actually, wait a second.
No,
maybe it's a coincidence.
The first time I noticed the birds up in the sky.
Okay, so let me share the screen.
Yeah, see the birds flying up and above? See, that's something I'd fix now. I wouldn't allow that to happen so often in exactly the same way. And I would I'd randomize the start of it so the timing wasn't consistent like it is. Oh God, we gotta fix this stuff. This has gotta get changed.
Okay. Okay, so let me share the cover art for Leisure Suit Larry. Okay, so do you see the cover art?
Yeah?
Okay, so you see the bottom part of the ship, the black part, and the shark's fin?
Yeah?
Both make a 7.
Oh, good Lord. No, I never saw that.
Okay.
Wow. Who did the cover art for that? I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't remember. If I ever knew, I may not have ever known.
So the thing is that, when in the US, games tend to have, alternate titles and not just, Leisure Suit Larry 7. They would be called Leisure Suit Larry Love for Sale. And outside the US, they would tend to add the numbering. So, for example, with Monkey Island 3, even though it's called The Curse of Monkey Island, in the non-US covers, it says Monkey Island 3, The Curse of Monkey Island. And so I think they added that just in case, so they won't need to change that in international covers. Okay, so
very impressive. I didn't know that.
Okay, let's see. We have
Yeah, baby.
dildo over here.
I'm still looking at a
I know.
text.
Here you go. Okay. Do you see the game?
Yes, thank you.
Do you still have unused scratch and sniff cards in case we'll need any?
I do not.
Well, I asked one of the people one of our viewers has the big box of Leisure Suit Larry 7 and still has the original scratch and sniff.
There is a meeting starting immediately in the ship's lounge
And says
for
that-
any and all passengers wishing to spend next week working under the captain.
That I think only the middle one still smells like vanilla, and the other ones don't smell so good after, 27 years, 28 years.
So what's the deal with the girl on the pogo stick? Does she have a message?
I don't know. But we got another dildo over here.
Yeah, baby.
Do you like the chicken pecking at the piano down here?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was just another joke somebody made on the team, maybe a programmer or something about going to a fair and watching a chicken play a toy piano. So it got in the game.
Oh.
Now, and you notice the PA announcements. I don't know if we talked about that. You realize that the PA announcements are a help system throughout the game. If you don't make some progress, we will the PA will announce something that'll tell you how to proceed and how to make progress.
Yeah, and even in the tutorial phase, in the first part of the game, the PA system, which was the firefighter below yelling in the megaphone, he told you that if you want to look around, then you need to make sure that your mouse cursor is highlighted, and so, yeah. Okay, so where do you want to go next?
I think we're supposed to go to the Proud Little Seaman Lounge.
There's a few chairs there in the back. Oh, never mind. If you're not seated by now, just stand. I'm sure Captain Thigh will be pleased as punch to see such a good turnout this week. And as you all know, each week she runs a little competition for her male, or male-like, passengers, which she calls the Thighs Man Trophy Contest. Not cute? Of course, there's no actual trophy involved. No, what you win is better than hardware. One of you will spend next
people
week
know
cruising
the
on the
Theismann
captain.
Trophy is given to the outstanding
She'll treat you to a one-week cruise in her cabin where you...
football player in the United States.
No. It's actually called...
Theismann was a guy's name, and he founded a trophy that's given out each year at the end of college football season to the outstanding... usually is running back. Is it only running backs? Anyway, yeah. So that was my play on words with Captain Thigh.
Your
The Thighs Man
every
Trophy.
need will be met. By now, each of you has received your personal scorecard listing a random set of events the computer assigned you. Now, don't you worry, okay? No one has to enter every event. There's just too many. Just find the ones listed on your scorecard, enter, and win. The man with the highest total score wins. Are there any questions?
Are there any answers?
You may begin.
Hey,
Top Fuel tipped 20 pieces 08. Yeah, the Cybersniff 2000 is not that pleasant anymore.
Yeah.
I've got a question.
Yes, you there. In the
Thank you, Top Fuel.
interesting clothes.
What's this item listed here on my scorecard? Chastity?
It's a joke, sweetheart. Say, what's wrong with you anyway? You're not some sort of government infiltrator, are you?
That's ridiculous.
Oh, yes? I am going to keep my eye on you, sweetheart.
It's not my fault you can't make a joke.
Yeah? You'll find out when we're finally in charge. Then you'll be the one singing a chastity tune.
That's it. I'm leaving now. Everyone else is already gone.
So they have. Very well dismissed.
He's a strange one.
Little Seaman's
Yeah.
Lounge.
So go in the chest.
Wait, let me increase the filth level.
Oh yeah, be sure and do that.
Fully filthy?
That makes no difference at all.
Fully utterly filthy?
Yeah, it's
And-
just a combination of. Oh, wait, why aren't you using Control F? instead of this slow menu and mouse thing.
I need to show people what I'm doing.
That's why we put those hotkeys in there, man.
Your attention, please. Steve is the proud winner of the nude Scrabble competition.
Hey,
the hotkeys is for the boss key, so that you'll be able to.
What? Well, one of the hotkeys is go back up to the menu.
I know that each and every one of them has a hotkey.
Yeah.
But you're using the hotkeys when the boss is coming.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Let's see. The third chest has the dildo?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Well done.
After the artist came up with, after Bill O'Brien came up with that idea and drew the animation for the dildo, then the programmer started hiding it in various places. And we said, we got to have a song of some kind to go with that. There needs to be something over it. So the producer, Mark Siebert, went home one evening and recorded that whole little sound pitch thing himself. And except for the "Yeah, baby," there's a story behind that too. The team often went to a barbecue place that was famous for its hot sauce. And the guy who owned the place was a real entertainer, and he would come around with a container full of this, just terribly hot, spicy barbecue sauce, and would offer it to people. And it became a thing where people would take more and more of it on their sandwich to prove that you were a real man, and then later in the afternoon, you'd get to enjoy it a second time in the restroom. But the guy, whenever you would take a spoonful of the stuff, he would say, "Yeah, baby," just like that. And so that was, I'm trying to remember whose voice that was. But anyway, one of the artists could mimic him perfectly. So we used him to make the "Yeah, baby." And Mark wrote that song and played the bass part and the other stuff all in one evening. And we slapped that in the next day.
So great. I really like when random things in the developers' lives just get implemented in the game and become iconic. I mean, to us, when we hear the "Yeah, baby," it reminds us of "Where's Dildo?" Not anything else.
Yeah, it reminds us of barbecue.
Barbecue and dildos. Okay, where to?
Down the steps, I guess, below the stage.
Okay.
Cybersniff 2000.
Oh, you gotta talk to Peggy, don't you think?
Excuse me, ma'am. May I bother you for a moment?
This goddamn saltaire is rusting me f***ing leg socket. Yeah. Who the hell are you?
My name is Larry. Larry Laffer.
Yeah, well, I'm Peggy. And did I mention this saltaire is rusting me?
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, William Shockley.
Big Kahuna tipped 10 pieces of 8. Still can't believe that during all those years working with Al, he only invited me to his fancy Fresno mansion once.
Well, you're invited to my Seattle mansion anytime, Bill.
But is it fancy?
Fancier.
Oh. Okay. Bill, consider yourself invited.
Yep.
To be so f***ing uppity.
I can see why they call you Peggy. Peggy.
Oh, can you lame ass? It's because my f***ing mother named me Margaret, you stupid sucker.
Hey, I should tell a story about Peggy. When we recorded the voiceover, we auditioned an actress for it, and she had a great rough voice. And I said, "Oh, this would be great. Now, do you mind profanity?" Because Peggy is a very profane talker. And she said, "Oh, yeah, it's no problem. It's no problem." And so we started recording Peggy's lines, and she got about I don't know, 10 minutes in, and she finally said, I can't do this. I got to quit. I'm sorry. I've never done this before, but I can't read these lines. So I had to find another actress. So we went through the other talent that were there. Almost every actress or actor would do 2 or 3 lines, or sometimes more, characters rather, because of the voiceover talent union, which says you can, if you hire somebody, they have to get paid for 3 hours, and they can do a maximum of 3 different voices in that 3 hours. So Jan Rapson, always was hired a lot because Larry had lots of lines. So every 3-hour session, I would be sure and have him do a couple of little voices, like the fire chief, on the PA system, and other things to close up his contract. So anyway, we had to find another actress who could read the lines, and this gal did a great job. And she said the only thing she asked was that we not put her name in the credits. So if you look at the credits, it says, I think Peggy was played by herself.
Yeah, because the actress who actually voiced Peggy worked on various Disney movies, so you can assume that Disney will frown upon having this in her repertoire.
Maybe so.
I can see why they call you Peggy. Peggy.
Oh, can you lame ass? It's because my f***ing mother named me Margaret, you stupid sucker.
So, how'd you lose your leg, Peg?
Freak f***ing accident, that's how. One day, I inadvertently combined KZ Jelly with deodorant spray, forming a powerful contact explosive.
Sexual lubricant? Deodorant spray? And you lost your leg?
Let's just say I wasn't spraying me f***ing armpits, okay, asshole?
Ooh, okay. No more details, please. Is it just me, or do you seem to swear a lot?
Swear? Oh, hell no, motherfucker! I suffer from Clorettes.
Clorettes? Don't you mean Tourette's?
No, you dumb twit. I mean I got a foul mouth.
Miss Peggy, can you help me with these competitions?
Help you? Hell no! It's guys like you that dribble all over the f***ing Love Master, and then guess who has to clean all that shit up? Yeah. Good old Peggy, that's who. Shit. I can't tell you how many times me peg leg's been stuck in that goddamn drain.
You ever consider releasing a, Leisure Suit Larry 7 uncut without the beeping?
No, because it doesn't exist. I mean, we took the original files and changed the files.
Oh man!
You didn't look at her body.
I can't read that. Al, what are you asking me to do here? I can't. I have standards. I'm a professional spokesperson. I happen to be the voice of the Allied car dealers of Banning.
Well done.
A little ad lib between Neil Ross and I.
I'll see you around, Miss Peggy.
It's been my f***ing pleasure, you
Your attention, please. Mark has just finished with a record high score in the nude curling competition.
Usually adventure games don't have DLCs, which are, digital goods that you purchase in addition to the actual game. So when Ron Gilbert released his game, Thimbleweed Park, then there's a clown over there that constantly curses, and it's also beeped out. But you can buy an add-on to the game for $2 that removes the beeping. So you guys missed a great opportunity to monetize the unbeeping of the game.
Well, he's always been smarter than I.
Yeah,
There it
baby.
is.
Did Ken ask you to send all of the cameos that you added of him to these games before shipping the games, or did he automatically approve every cameo, regardless of how embarrassing it might be?
I think we just put him in. I mean, the artist had fun with him, and I had fun with the dialogue. So no, I don't think he might have seen him ahead of. Well, he played the games as the games were proceeding. He would play the game, but so he saw them, I'm sure. But no, he didn't have approval.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm the handsome sailor who entertains the many children on this cruise.
But I haven't seen a single child anywhere.
That's because this game is too dirty for kids.
Okay, it wasn't one of the great lines.
You know, we talked about this in our conversation that in 1996, Sierra just gave up on family-friendly games and just released 2 adult-oriented games with Leisure Suit Larry 7 and Phantasmagoria 2 on the same day.
Yeah, baby.
So it's not our fault that we play these games. It's just that Sierra didn't release any other adventure games in the 1996 holiday season.
Is that true? That can't be true.
Well, in 1996, they released on the same day. Yeah.
Wow. Did you get the kumquat from the sheep?
Let's see.
Ah, you snare a delicious kumquat from the tree. How you wish you had a taste icon.
I still wish you guys kept those FMV tests you did for Leisure Suit Larry.
Your attention, please. Jem has just won the Strip Twister Championship.
This would have been super awkward to see, and you know, FMV footage of a Leisure Suit Larry game.
Well, it existed somewhere on a VHS tape. Or, oh no, maybe not a VHS. It might have been on 3/4 inch beta, because I think we used a professional recording rig. But you didn't talk to the bartender.
I know.
You want to do that?
Howdy, barkeep. What do you got?
My name's Johnson, and anything you want, we got. What do you want?
Does everybody realize that all the guys in the game are names? Do you get that joke?
All the guys in the game are names? What do you mean?
Well, each guy has a name that's a euphemism for penis.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I always wondered if
Bourbon and
anybody
soda
caught those things.
on the rocks with a twist and an umbrella and some fruit and maybe a bendy straw. You know, one of those things. If you got them.
You about done?
Yeah.
Here, we ain't got no bending straws, so I gave you a Captain Happy's Barrel of Fun straw.
Well, I guess it'll have to do. What do I owe you?
Nothing. I'll put it on your room. Got a key card?
Right here.
Okay, now drink it.
Notice
bet you see a lot of beautiful
the cup is
women
smiling
working.
now.
The what?
Did you notice that the glass is the
Yeah.
Here, Aunt Johnson.
guy in the glass is
Yeah.
smiling
So what?
after you
I'm
drink
just
it?
making conversation.
And I'm just making drinks. Why don't you stop yapping and order one?
You know, it's this attention to detail that makes these games perfect.
It was
You
fun.
must get a lot of guys in here telling you their troubles, don't you? Is it hard, Johnson?
Yeah, makes me sick. I usually punch their lights out. Why?
Oh.
Is it hard, Johnson?
No reason. Give me
Oh, just point to the menu.
one of those.
No problem. Coming right up. Here you go.
Boy, are these drinks watered down. See you later, Johnson.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, where to next?
Let's visit our...
Have we been to the room? Why don't we go to his room?
Yeah.
You insert your key
Kevin
card
zero.
into the slot with great
Minus one.
anticipation. What will your special suite be like?
I'm not sure. I can't remember whose idea it was to decorate this room, but it was lovely.
So Cybersniff 2000 number 6, and people who had the Cybersniff just, said that nowadays everything but the middle one smells like number
Your
6.
attention, please. Brian has just won the Strip Solitaire Championship.
And all those people that
No,
all
go
those
ahead.
people that won those contests, those were all our QA testers.
Their names? The people?
Yes.
They're...
Yeah, those are real people.
Well, it's a great way to get on the QA's good side. So...
Uh-huh.
The toilet worked perfectly when this cabin's last occupant checked in.
Oh, that's good.
Not that good. He had to plug up its drain pipe to keep it from leaking all over the floor.
Oh.
That's bad. I think Don Munsell, the lead programmer on this game, came up with that. Oh, that's good. That's good. No, that's bad. And once we started with that, it was fun to run with it throughout this.
This little giant safety shower was built according to the traditional principles of design and workmanship of the master craftsmen of Vrohuti.
Well, that's good.
Not that good. Their traditional principle is make it last until the warranty expires.
Oh. Hey, wait. When will that be?
Give or take a week?
Sure.
Ooh, about 12 years ago.
Did I say oh?
Let's flush
Now
again.
the toilet drains freely.
Well, that's good.
Not that good. It hasn't been connected to a water pipe in 34 years.
Oh.
Okay. Where to next? Wait, we
Oh,
didn't get
God.
the fire hose.
Yeah, need that.
These
Oh.
How about the library?
Wait. So Anna V in the chat says that the color scheme in this game is Chef's Kiss.
I don't know what that means.
Chef's Kiss is when you do like this.
Yeah, baby.
Like the chef.
Oh,
Excuse me, miss.
That's Ms. Victorian Principles.
Nice to meet you. My name is Larry. Larry Laffer.
Oh, I so love dual first names. One cruise I met Boutros Golly.
Are you the ship's librarian?
Yes, I am. Do you see something you'd like to check out?
Oh, I'm sure you have something I could explore in depth.
Alrighty. What is your cabin number?
Whoa, babe, slow down. Jeez, and women say I'm fast.
Fast? Well, sir, we check out books by cabin number here.
Oh, 0.
0? Tight budget?
No, you see, you don't want to know.
Correct.
Anna also says, I love how the narrator and Larry banter back and forth so smoothly. Now, you said in the past that you're the narrator.
Well, I don't read.
Not the actual voice, but the godlike figure that talks to Larry.
Yeah. People ask me all the time, "Are you? You're Larry, right?" And I went, "No, I'm the narrator because I'm the big character who knows everything in the game and that stuff." So I always considered myself to be the narrator. So I would talk back and forth with Larry, but my voice isn't good enough to do voiceovers. So Neil Ross was the perfect hire. I thought I loved Neil's voice and enjoyed working with him. He was an amazing talent, or still is an amazing talent. He went on to, after our games, he went on to do the Academy Awards and the Emmys and just every big award show and announcing gig there is, plus thousands of cartoons. He's done voices, and you could look at his resume on IMDb. It's staggering how many different things he's done.
Tickle your ass with a feather?
What did you say?
I said particularly nasty weather.
Oh. Really?
Well, say, choose other. And then...
I'll type Lowe.
Just a moment.
Sure.
Let me look that up for you.
Now grab the...
Your
the blue
attention,
juice bottle.
please. Walter Forbes to the forecastle.
You never know when something should be more sticky.
I forgot that Walter Forbes was...
I find nothing on that in our computer.
That was prescient. Walter Forbes is the guy who, if you've read Ken Williams' book, Walter was the guy who staged the hostile takeover of Sierra and then ruined the company. So he was the real nemesis, our evil dictator for a while. He then went on to federal prison.
Well, nice talking to you, Victorian. Perhaps I'll stop by later.
Alrighty then. Good day.
I think that most people nowadays don't know about the hostile takeover and about the accounting fraud, because Enron 2 years later had a much bigger accounting fraud scheme than the one that was at Sierra. So that's why people don't know about the Sierra one.
Yeah. But $2 billion is still a big fine. That's what he got fined. Did you look at the beaver? Or no?
Feel stuffed beaver.
You love the feel of a good beaver, don't you, Larry?
Well played, Al.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're supposed to take the fire hose.
No alarm sounds.
Makes me wonder about all those times I didn't sneak into movie theaters.
What about the nude pool? Where's that?
Over here.
Yeah.
Whoa, sorry, dude. You gotta stop here.
Why? What's wrong?
You can't enter the pool like that.
Like what?
Like that. You know, dressed.
Why not, dude?
Safety reasons, dude.
For sure. Safety reasons?
Way. Purser's orders. That polyester fabric could ignite in this tropical sun. So, drop 'em.
Well, I don't think I should enter naked. I mean, everyone would, stare, at my, physical attributes.
Yeah, for sure.
Dick, once I went into a restaurant that required a tie, and, well, because of my personal aversion to owning anything other than leisure wear, I never had a tie. So
Sure, I got courtesy loaners.
Oh.
This little dude right here is exactly what you need.
Oh, great. Of course I couldn't get a normal swimsuit. Can I at least have a towel to cover it up?
For sure. No problem, dude. Now, don't get it wet. It might shrink. Whoa.
Cyber Sniff 2000.
Oh, I got sunscreen in my eyes. Boy, oh, towel boy. I need a towel here, please, quick.
Oops. Oh, boy.
Oh, thank you. Well, what have we here? Is that your trunk, or are you just glad to see me? And what's your name, little Babar?
Larry? Larry Laffer. And you?
Drew Barrymore. I haven't seen a codpiece since I took Professor Lipkin's minor playwrights of the late Elizabethan period during my sophomore year at Barnard, and I've never seen one with such a cute African influence. I'm quite interested in history, but I'm essentially ignorant of anything past the tertiary level African tribes. Could you share a little of its immediate history with me? Perhaps its regional
Man, that's a
influences
lot
or
of
its
words.
composition history?
Oh, well, the cabana boy gave it to me because I forgot my swimsuit.
Oh.
Do you remember the Easter egg over here?
Move the branch, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think it's maybe move or push.
You'd love to move the branch, but your heart couldn't take it.
Maybe. So move doesn't work. Let's see push.
Yeah, there you go.
And I got the Easter egg icon.
You don't have any clothing at all, do you, Drew?
Of course not. I love nudism so much that just as soon as I board ship, I get rid of every single piece of pesky clothing.
Good idea.
And I force my cabin boy to lock up my suitcase someplace where I can't possibly find it so I can spend the entire week here by the pool naked. I eat, sleep, sun, and swim here, never leaving the comfort of the chaise. It may not be an ideal vacation for everyone, but for
I like
me,
the eyes
it's
on
what
the
I love
elephant.
most. Oh, this tropical sun is brutal. I hope you don't mind, Larry, but I need to spend a few minutes rubbing this sunscreen all over my naked body.
Need help?
No, but nice try. I really like the way it makes my skin glisten, the way it brings out the soft little hairs on the back of my neck, my arms, my...
I can't take it.
Aww, I didn't realize I was being so hard on you. Excuse me, Larry, here comes the waiter. This'll just take a second. Waiter! Oh, waiter!
Hey there, beautiful. What can I do for you?
I want a gigantic erection.
Looks like your little buddy there's got you covered, huh?
What? I said, bring me a gigantic erection.
Well, okay, baby. I'm your man.
Well, where is it?
I'm working on it. You mind moving that computer?
Look, I want a mixed drink, a cocktail. Lime juice, 151 proof rum, vodka, triple sec mayonnaise with a hollowed out frozen banana to suck through. A gigantic erection.
Okay, but it'll take a while,
Drew, would you mind if I borrowed your book?
Not at all. I finished it.
Okay.
Drew, I'm gonna go now.
Okay.
Did you ever play
Your
the
attention, please.
mobile
Thank you.
version of Leisure Suit Larry 7?
No.
So in
Does it
2000
work?
So in 2007, Vivendi released Leisure Suit Larry Love for Sale.
Who did?
Or Vivendi.
Okay. Yeah.
And the thing is that it doesn't have the same plot as this game. It's supposed to take place in between Leisure Suit Larry 3 and Leisure Suit Larry 5. So it's, Leisure Suit Larry 4 of sorts.
Never saw it. Had nothing to do with it, and I doubt that anybody at Sierra had anything to do with it. I'm sure somebody in marketing said, "Oh, let's just slap something together and put a name on it."
And it looks exactly like you described it. Let's slap something together. It's a weird game.
Mr. Hunt, Mr. York, oh, you guys stop it.
Where to next, Al?
Oh gosh, I don't know. What do you want to do next?
Let's see. Let's see what happens in the Paradise Casino.
Yeah, we haven't been there. Let's go there.
Drinks, anyone?
Isn't there an entertainer in the lounge that sings this country song?
Yeah,
What
could I
happened
get a
to
little...
her?
Let's see. In the lounge. Over here?
No, not there. Well, what? Gosh, I don't remember. Where is that? Is there the bar? Where's the bar with the? Oh, this is the bar. Let's see. I don't know. I'm sorry.
No problem. Okay, let's go to. We are here.
Oh yeah, that's all the guys on the team.
Mark, Al, Bill,
Yep.
Bob, Brian, Larry, Steve Conrad.
Yep.
Cyber Sniff 2000.
So did you come up with all of these locations, with all of these rooms, when you wrote the script, or were some of these things added afterwards?
Oh, a lot of stuff was added afterwards, but but the majority of things came up on the original design document, which I think is on my. Oh, did you take it?
No.
On my original design document is, I think, on my website. You could go download it and see.
Mm-hmm.
You can see how little they had to work with.
Well, less is more in this game.
I wonder how many pages it was. Let's see.
Lowe. First of all, people visit lowe.com, and let's see if we have Vicious Larry.
Oh, I'm loaded up now.
Game designs. So we have 67.
Yep, 67 pages.
There it is, right here. What haven't the games been? Pornographic?
It has a table of contents. Wow.
Topics to consider. Women, 25% of past sales. Will lose them if there's too much video or realistic women or graphic sex. and there's no way to produce a GK2 or Phantasmagoria-like full video game by October. So
Yeah.
was it a schedule issue, or was it because it just was way too pornographic?
We tried. We got some of the actresses that worked on Phantaz, and had them do some Larry dialogue, and it was just stupid. It just seemed it was too realistic, and with Larry, you can hear the dialogue, and it sounds, like tongue in cheek, like parody. But when you had real actresses with great bodies, I don't know. Name a bunch of those women who can do comedy, and it doesn't really work out that way. So, and plus the video games, the full motion video games, were so much slower to create. That was, I think, that was what that last bullet points means.
Your
New
attention,
background style of
please.
art.
Don and Mark have just won the
Photorealistic.
Photo surrealism. I'd forgotten that line.
synchronized skinny dipping portion of the competition.
You see dildo over here?
No, I'm looking at the design document. So.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, that was obvious, wasn't it?
What are you serving?
We got smoke, very best. You like, okay?
Pork. Yeah, that sounds good.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph in a tiny canoe. Are you deaf? It's spork.
I heard you the first time. I'll take one serving, please.
You got it, boss. No comprensido. Okie dokie.
We couldn't use the word spam.
My God! What is that?
Like I've been trying to tell ya, it's spork.
Oh, the processed potted meat food product that tastes as fresh as home slaughtered, just like Mom used to butcher.
Very good, boss. Now you go.
Hey, what's with the accent?
Ay, titay. I knew I couldn't keep it up. I'm Chinese, you see, but me parents were Buddhist missionaries, so I grew up in Ireland. People stare when I speak normally like this. So I found it simpler just to sound like some bad Charlie Chatham impersonator. Too much talk. More people need smoke. You see?
Yeah,
No, go ahead.
You realize this room is shaped like a mouth, and that each of the tables is a tooth. And
Yeah, saw that.
yeah, was it homage to Roberta's King's Quest 4? Was it King's Quest 4 that had the whale's tongue?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was our spoof of that.
So, and you've got the tongue over here as well.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, the bean dip.
I love bean dip.
Just because it's all you can eat doesn't mean you're obligated to make yourself sick.
Why not? I don't think anyone will even notice that wee little laddie.
Okay, so now that we had a little bit of bin dip, let's go.
Did you look at all the different foods there?
I will look in a sec. Let's see if I can.
Shaking, not stirred.
Yeah, could I get a little...
Oh, I think that's me playing saxophone. If you listen carefully there.
Wow, that's a magnificent. Wow.
We didn't get quite all the music that we needed. We thought we did when we recorded in Hollywood, and so we slapped that one together out of odds and ends one day, in the
Wait, so
back room.
was this recorded in that particular day, or did you record it separately?
No. This was months later when we realized we should have a different song for this.
Wow, that bean dip is really effective.
Number 5.
Okay, let's go back to the kitchen, to the eating hoe. Let's look at all of the dishes.
Just what you've been waiting for. Broccoli yogurt with tripe on the bottom. New from those fine people who bring you spork.
Duh. I'll keep on waiting.
Your attention, please.
You've never
Al
tasted a
has just
cranberry
captured
banana
the
squash
nude
couscous
high
you
hurdles
didn't
portion
like.
of the
I've never tasted
five-man
any.
trophy
And that's the way it's
championship.
going to stay.
Well, you had a couscous dish over here,
Yeah.
and you missed a great opportunity to have multilingual wordplay, because in Hebrew, couscous means vagina.
Well, why didn't you tell me that in 1995?
The PMS Bouncy is pleased to offer fresh salad every day, even when they're at sea.
Oh, how do they do that?
Simple. They get the greens by snipping the sheep topiary on the top deck.
Oh, Greek salad.
Get it? Greek and sheep. Yeah.
Ah, lima bean curd sauce paste.
Oh my God!
No, Larry, it's not what you think. Those are slender mushrooms imported directly from the Klahani mushroom cellars of Issaquah, Washington.
Oh, good. I was afraid they were turnips.
Green has always been your least favorite color of meatloaf.
All right. Oh, what about the red light at the top of the screen? Does that have a message?
Once your uvula was red and inflamed, but then you had it whacked off.
Yeah, but at least I don't snore anymore.
Yes, but you don't snore any less either.
Okay, now that's a personal's anecdote.
How come?
I snored a lot, and I heard on the radio an advertisement from this doctor who said, if you cut off your uvula, you let me cut off your uvula, you'll stop snoring. So I did. I went in, he cut it off, and I stopped snoring. And then within about a year or two, I started snoring again. So I went back to him and said, this didn't work. And he said, oh, well, let me cut off some of your soft palate. So he burned that away with a laser, and I didn't snore anymore. And then after about a year or so, I did, and I didn't go back to him again because I was afraid of what he'd burn off the next time. So
wait, so you don't have a uvula?
I do not. Yeah. Yeah, and it's not really necessary, other than I find myself choking more, like on popcorn. If I laugh and I have popcorn in my mouth, or some kind of small, food or something, I'll tend to choke more than I did before. But otherwise, it worked for a while, but then it didn't. So that's the
doesn't sound useless to me if it keeps you from choking.
Yes, exactly. That pianist is Frank Zattoli, and he was a famous jazz piano player who toured with Stan Getz and a lot of other big names that I don't know if I remember now, but he was a great player.
So Anna in the chat says, my husband's dad tried that too, removing the uvula, and the snoring came back for him too.
Your attention, please. Ben has just beaten off all comers in the self-stimulation simulation.
Hello? Excuse me? Mr. Sculptor, sir? I guess he's busy.
I think that was supposed to be Bob Ross. Dude, does anybody know who Bob Ross was?
Yeah, but it's Bob Bitt.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, at that time, Lorena Bobbitt was a famous character in the States because she got mad at her husband and cut off his penis. And then drove somewhere and threw it out the window. Later they found it. And I don't know if they put it back on or just replaced him. But anyway, Lorena Bobbitt was fair. So we named him Bob Bitt.
Classic move. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, let's go back to our room. Yeah, we have a dildo.
Yeah, baby!
Now, can you go to bed? Can you sleep on the bed and stuff?
Let's try.
The drain.
Wait.
Kindly keep your hose to yourself.
Time for a little shut-eye.
Well, calm seas.
Ow. 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 Oh. Oh.
You're going to have to do something. There you go.
Okay, where to next,
All right.
Al?
Well, toilet paper? Is it toilet paper?
Let's take that.
Yeah. And what's left here? Anything? I think that might be it.
Well, we can connect the drain pipe to the toilet using the fire hose.
Kindly.
Okay.
Now that toilet will have plenty of water.
Now, did you flush it? Oh.
So Nelly in the chat asks, how does it make you feel knowing that some of the games you worked on are now retro?
Old. But then everything makes me feel old, so that's... What?
Well, even the newer games are now retro.
Sure.
We can also this.
Oh yeah, forgot that.
And we can also ooh.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Well played, Larry. Okay.
Your attention, please. There will be a testing of the PMS Bouncy's electric sailmotors tonight at 1100 hours p.m. o'clock in the evening when it's dark. That is all.
Yeah, baby!
Man, there's a lot of stuff in this scene.
These drawers.
Indeed.
Yeah.
We've got the purple
Oh,
tentacle
there's a
over
copy
here.
of the design document on the floor. See that?
Oh, that's right. It's got the same font.
Yeah, we just took a picture of it and threw it on the floor for like scrap paper.
Well, I'm sure no one noticed until now.
Nobody knows that. No.
So thank you for that trivia tidbit. And we just looked at it.
Yeah, that was good timing.
Unfortunately, this isn't the portable Cyber Cheese 2000 with active matrix screen. Darn the luck.
Active matrix screen. Wow, there's a phrase you don't hear anymore.
Yeah.
A small label on the side of the roller towel says, next service, October 1954.
And the moving background in the windows is also a nice touch. Give you the sense that the ship is actually moving.
Yeah, I don't know whose idea that was. I'm sure there was an artist I know that came up with that, but I don't know who it was. But I liked it. Yeah, I gotta get less of those birds. That's gonna bug me.
Wait, what's your issue with the birds?
If I could recompile the game, I would go back and fix that.
Why? Because it's the same animation looping over and over?
Yes, it loops too often. I would put a random time countdown timer on that so that it only came out every so many seconds, and it was a random number of seconds between 5 and 9 or 5 and 12. Some kind of thing that would make it appear much more random. And also I would mirror it and have it start from the other side. That way it's not new animation. We don't have to pay an artist to create it, and we don't have to store it on disk and take up valuable bytes of memory. But rather, if you flipped it in during playback, during by the interpreter, let the interpreter flip it horizontally, then they would fly from the other side and about the other direction. So,
well,
yeah,
they can add a patch to ScumVM.
Yeah, we can do a lot of things.
That changes
right.
What next?
Telephone call.
Prank.
Yeah. Sure.
Purser's desk. Hello, could you page someone for me?
All right. The party?
Miss Hug and Kiss?
We have no one aboard by that name.
First name, Amanda? Oh, I hate that.
So I love that joke on The Simpsons.
Please deposit $1.75 for each additional minute.
I love that joke on The Simpsons, but I wanted to do something different, so I had him never be able to finish the joke.
Your attention, please. Don has just captured the piousness portion of the contest.
Let's do another prank call.
Purser's desk, where we have absolutely nothing to do, and we do it religiously.
Hello? Yes, do you have Prince Albert in a can?
No, we don't.
Well, let him out!
These were all jokes that I knew when I was 7.
Well, they're still great now.
Yeah, baby! Oh, I didn't see that one. Nice going. Forgot that one was up there.
Let's see. Cook-off competition. Captain Queeg's ballroom.
Who's in the ballroom? I think is yeah, she's there.
Hello there, beautiful. What's a mermaid like you doing here in this Atlantis city?
Get
don't. This is a private area. I rented this ballroom for the entire cruise, and I certainly don't want anyone to see moi near anyone dressed like vous.
Oh, French, huh? I so enjoy the French way.
Yeah, I bet you do. Still, I'm having no luck here. Maybe a few minutes of inane distraction with this imbecile will stop my creative juices flowing again. Je suis Jamie Lee, the famous haute couture fashion designer.
Not Jamie Lee Coitus, former leggy supermodel?
Oui, I was, and still am quite leggy. And who are vous?
Larry? Larry Laffer? You've probably heard of me, too, huh?
No.
Do you recognize the photo she has over here?
Sure. Yeah, that's the...
It's the one from the About page.
Yeah, it's also from the CD. But the CD that had captions underneath, and you couldn't tell who was who a lot. So, but yeah, that was a great photo. And there's a artist drawing of Larry on the board there. See it? Yeah. And that's kind of like the actual easels that the artists, the animators used. Not quite. They all had a registration with 3 pins on the bottom where they put the paper that had the 3 holes in it, and that way they could animate the pictures. But it's close.
Oh, you look distraught. What are you working on?
Distraught? I'm bugging. I was going to use this friggin' cruise to show off my new spring line to the world fashion press. I even paid their way along with us. But now I just learned my arch rival, that bastard Calvin Clone, scooped me. He pirated my entire spring line, waited till we sailed, then showed it to the press as his spring line.
He can't do that.
Ha! Tell him that. But what in the hell am I supposed to do? My whole line will be laughed at. I gave it my all, and now it'll be called derivative. I gotta show something before we dock, but I'm beaten all out of inspiration.
Oh, well, I wish there was something I could do to help you.
Did any of the representatives of these actresses and models ever contact you? Like Jamie Lee Curtis's representative calling up Sierra Online, threatening to sue them.
I never thought of her as a name for this.
Well, I'm off, Jamie Lee.
Tell me something I didn't know.
Yeah, baby!
Yeah, if the filth level is down, do you get those naked bodies, or are they clothed?
I think, unlike the birds, these are actually randomized. And are not linked in any way. Oh, wow. Maybe it does change. No.
That's what I mean. The artist had a lot of free time towards the end of the project. Oh, shoot. That was fun. We had a great team on this project, I'm telling you.
And that's the beauty of CD-ROM games, because back in the day you had to think what to compress and what to remove from the game in order to fit on 2 floppy disks or 3 floppy disks. But over here you had some free time and you added, 20 different animations.
Yeah.
Okay, what else do we have?
I think we're about done, aren't we? The game should be over. We've played for 2 hours. How long is this game?
Your attention, please. Mark has just captured the temperance portion of the contest.
Yeah, I'll go back there in the back. What's
the bowling competition?
Okay, yeah, let's do the bowling competition. That'll be fun.
He can't hear you. And even if he could, he wouldn't talk to you.
Yeah, baby!
How bizarre. The ship's bowling lanes lead right off the stern. You bet they probably go through a lot of balls.
But we don't have the card. We need to get the card first.
Oh, where's the card?
Let's see if we have it in our... There's the card. Wait. Okay. Did you ever see an actual person wearing this leisure suit with the blue button-down shirt?
Well, I'm sure I did in the 70s. Yeah, I might have owned one, in fact. Oh, look, he's...
Oh. Mediocre.
Mediocre.
Mediocre. Oh, yeah, this is a fun room. Yeah, those were higher ups at Sierra and other places.
Higher ups at Sierra and the government.
Uh-huh. That's Walter Forbes in the upper left.
That's Ken Williams at the bottom left.
Uh-huh.
Bill Clinton. Who's this guy?
Go down. Who's that? Is that Jerry Bowerman?
You know?
No, the second one, next to Ken. Who's that?
I don't know.
Jeez, if guys like that can win this contest, how hard can it be?
In your case, not that hard.
Yeah, he went on to become CEO of EA for a while, and then he became a venture capitalist, and I think he's retired now. But he was a hot up and coming administrator at Sierra.
Tony in the chat says Bill Clinton definitely played Leisure Suit Larry games when nobody was watching.
He had plenty of time. The joke in that last room was that you could go
Drinks,
through
anyone?
they had all these elaborate security systems, but nobody even bothered locking the door.
Yeah,
and that was, we got that from Sierra's offices, which had an elaborate key card system, but the door didn't latch. So if you weren't careful and really shoved the door shut so it latched, then everybody else could just come right in anyway. And that's the way it usually was. So that was our joke about Sierra's security.
nice of you guys to leave the door open for other Sierra employees so they wouldn't have to... Wait, was the keyguard also their way to see when you arrived in the morning and when you left in the afternoon? Or
allegedly, but I don't know that anybody ever looked at the data. I'm sure it collected that data, but I never heard of anybody. Hell, everybody worked so hard and so many hours. Nobody worried about hours.
Your attention, please. Jen has just won the Strip Shuffleboard Tournament.
I saw her just a couple months ago. She came to a jazz club where I was performing, and hadn't seen her in 20 years. So, anyway, I was just saying that everybody works many hours. If you weren't pulling your load, everybody on the team knew it, and peer pressure was enough to make you work hard in those days.
And reported you directly to Ken.
Nah, Ken didn't really bother with that kind of stuff much. I mean, he worked at longer hours than anybody, and he would often just come through in the evenings, and I'm sure he was tracking mentally. Hey, look, here's this guy, or this desk is empty. Who sits there? But no, I don't remember anything ever being said. Oh, that guy's not putting in enough hours. That just didn't happen.
I'd like to know if he actually played any of the Leisure Suit any of the Leisure Suit Larry games all the way through.
I doubt it. He has a pretty short attention span. Yeah, I wish I could remember whose idea it was to make that room into a mouth. I thought that was hilarious. It was not my idea, I don't think.
And what? And the legs were your idea?
Oh no, that was. Geez, was that Bill Skirvin? Who was the lead artist on this? I think that was Bill, wasn't it? Jeez, I should know. Was Bill? Go to the about screen again.
So lead design is Lowe, and that's you. Lead program is Steve Conrad. Lead animation is Ali Fragio and William O'Brien. Director of QA is Jennifer Gibbs.
Who was art director?
Art director. Well, there's the art director of LA West, which is one of the animation
that's
companies you used. Would it be there is no art director? Jason Zayas, director animations.
Well, he was the animation, but who? Wow. That's embarrassing.
It's you, Al. It's you.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me check I have the CD document here from 1996.
Okay, so Jason Zayas, animation director, and Mark Sievert, producer.
Yeah, he was the producer.
That's you. Art technician.
Middle of the back row. To the right now. Yeah, Jason Peele.
Jason Peele
did those.
But that's background design. Oh, background. Okay.
Yeah, it was the background. Oh my. Missing that font, evidently.
Okay. Since we're nearing the 2-hour mark and you need to leave soon, you want to see the Love for Sale mobile game?
No.
Okay.
Just thank you. I trust that it's they went through hard times. It's not to be.
They went through hard times, but that's no reason to tarnish your legacy.
Well, did they put my name on it?
Let me see.
I don't think so.
Nope, they didn't.
Yeah. No, they just ripped off the title.
Yeah, but it's one thing to create a sequel or prequel or whatever, but they took the title, Love for Sale, and created a whole new game with a different plot. And
yeah, I'd say that's false advertising.
True. And they used the same cover art as well.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, huh. That is misleading.
You should sue them.
I should. If I had way too much money that I wanted to piss away. Oh, speaking of waterfalls, yeah. That would be just a waste of money because I would hire lawyers and there's no money to be had. If I won, I wouldn't get anything, so.
Okay, so let's find the last dildo of the day.
Please. Don has just won
Next
the
to David's
high-speed portion of the contest.
Yeah, baby!
And I love the fact they could shrink the animation down and make it various sizes.
Mm-hmm. And
that came rather late in Sierra's SCI career too. You know, for a while, if you wanted something smaller, you had to make another version that was smaller. But then we got the ability to size things on the fly.
Okay, so let's save the game. Lowe. And let's switch to this. So, first of all, Al, thank you for joining me for this live stream today. It's truly an honor and a dream come true to play this game with you. I'm sure that 13-year-old me, that I made 13-year-old me very proud with the fact that I played this game with you. And how was it to play the game for the first time since Windows XP came out?
Yeah, I think we played lots more of it today than I did then, even. So it was fun. I had a good time. I'm sorry that I wasn't more helpful, and I couldn't quote you every puzzle and stuff. But man, it's been 30 years. You know, it's a long time since I thought of this stuff. So. But it was fun to reminisce, and it was great fun to remember all the great people who worked on that project with me. I had a wonderful team, and they had so much input on this game. That was one of the things that I really stressed, was that I didn't want people to only do what I told them to do. I wanted them to feel ownership. I wanted them to feel proud. I wanted them to feel like they could contribute and be creative as well, and I think that shows in the in a lot of the subtleties and aspects of the game that people enjoy.
And you guys created a magnificent game, and you know the thing is that people tend to dislike later Sierra releases like Space Quest 6 and King's Quest 7, but everyone loves Leisure Suit Larry 7. I mean, it's either their favorite or their second favorite. So
yeah, it's my favorite. I'm most proud of it. And, you know, part of it was, this is an odd thing to hear, I'm sure, but it wasn't until Larry 7 that I actually started to write the design and thought to myself, well, I know how to do this now. This was the first game where I actually thought, I know what to do. I can make a game. Before, it was always, God, I hope nobody finds out that I don't know what the hell I'm doing. You know, I'll just keep faking it, and maybe I can get away with it once more. And finally, for this game, it was like, well, yeah, I know what to do. Let's just do it. And it was a hoot. And I got to mention Don Munsell. Don Munsell, who was the lead programmer on this game, also did a lot of the design with me. He was a partner in the design and was good about it. But everybody, as I said, everybody had contributions to make and valued contributions. So yeah, it was a great project.
You know, it's fun to hear that even legends like yourself have imposter syndrome. I mean, you feel like you faked it till you made it. I think you made it since the beginning.
Yeah, I felt pretty good about this one.
Okay, Al. So thank you again, and
you're welcome.
We'll meet soon, hopefully, for a Freddy Farkas live stream with Bill Shockley and Steve Conrad. So,
good. Oh, that'll be fun. I'd love to do that.
And we'll be able to play another one of your masterpieces.
And can we do that tomorrow?
You want to do that tomorrow?
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. I'll schedule a time with Steve and Bill and with you, of course. And we'll schedule it soon. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks, if you're available.
Sure. Okay.
Awesome. So thank you, Al. Thanks you, everyone.
Guys.
And have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye-bye.